TMNT time! Hello, welcome to another figure view. Today we're going to have a look at the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Napoleon and Attila. Finally rounding off the team of the four punk frogs and just like giving us this team. Finally, like after so many years, after so many lines, we've never gotten the full punk frog experience. So we got the two more dudes with the Hawaiian shirts and a bunch of cool weaponry. Without further ado, I just want to have a look at it. Let's get into it. Let's have a look at these dudes. Now for the size, I'm gonna give you the full size, but I got this one like hunched over like this because that's usually the default pose. I mean, they're always like walking around like that. So 13, a little over 13 centimeters to the top of his eyes, actually. That's like the highest point of the head. And then we go up to 5.2 inches tall. Size comparisons. Here's Jolter, one of the old school Playmates punk frogs. I actually forgot the name of this one. Look at how weird this looks. It doesn't even look like this. Neca, Michelangelo, Super 7, Leonardo. By the way, Super 7, where the punk frogs at? Come on, do it. And Darkseid. Finally, the real punk frogs. And I'm saying that because, you know, you just saw the Playmates one. That one it's a cool figure, but it's just weird. We finally have cartoon accurate punk frogs, and I already reviewed the other two, so this completes the lineup, and I'm happy about that. Anyway, let's have a look at the figures. Are they actually good? Well, obviously it's the exact same mold. The only difference are some paint issues here and there. You have a little bit of trouble with the line work on the yellow shirt over here, but with the orange one, red, orange, I'm a little bit colorblind, so if you're saying, what the hell is he talking about? It's red, so the more I look at it, I think it's red also. I'm a colorblind dog, because dogs are colorblind. Woof. Anyway, the figure actually looks good. You have the line work around the eyes, and you have this kind of derpy look on them, which I really appreciate. Have some freckles. I'm just gonna call it freckles. I don't know. It's just like toad freckles, and the sexy open shirt with the line work around it. You got the yellow in there and some more cartoon lines. You got the duotone, bright green and a darker green in the back going around down to the pants, which I gotta say one thing right away. This one still rotates. So they both had pretty floppy legs, and I did the old school trick of, you're probably familiar with it, just put a little bit of super glue in there and then keep turning it around so it does an extra layer. And like, I think it was this one after all. I twisted it around for a long time, but it's still kind of hard to move it up and down now. So probably a little bit too much super glue. Be careful with that. But yeah, absolutely, I feel like you have to tighten these joints because I really had trouble standing them up because they were so floppy. Down to the pants, you got the purple on the duotone and some more green around it. And just having a look at this guy real quick. I mean, same thing. Does have a little bit of a different head sculpt. Look at how happy he is. Just to be here. Just that he's finally here. Just that I'm finally reviewing them. Let's look at his nice body mold. And the line work that goes around the shirt. I mean, it's good for the most part. There's some small imperfections here and there. But nothing to get too crazy about. Down to the pants and the big frog feet. Considering how big the feet are, you would think they stand very well. But considering how it's not completely flat, while you have this part is flat, the front part is flat, you really have to balance, still have to balance them a little bit, because especially this guy is kind of not too great on the feet, but also the hunched over pose. Really have to master the art of posing. And before you can pose, you gotta know about the articulation, which I will tell you. You have the double ball connection in the head, so you can rotate it on the ball in the neck, and then the ball in the head itself. And move that, slide it up and down. Does tilt side to side. Actually, you can bring it all the way around. And obviously works as a swivel. Let me try it up. So, you know, very satisfactory with the range. You got a big hinge in the shoulder, does go up and down. Does not have any movement. Doesn't have a ball joint in the chest or whatever. But you can swivel it. Also have a swivel at the sleeve, which is pretty stiff, but it does work. And then you have another hinge at the elbow, goes up and down, and you can also rotate it over here. And for the fist, it is on just a hinge packed in, so it goes up and down. Swivel here. Oh my god, okay. I didn't mean to say it like that. I'm sorry, I'm not copying anybody. Anyway, back and forth in the chest area, just a little bit. It's kind of hard with the shirt and everything that's going on. Does tilt side to side and does also rotate very freely. It's also pretty loose. Now that I play around with it. There's nothing going on for the hip part, which I'm just like, it looks like there's a cut over there, but it also looks like it's just connected, so it's just glued on. So that's just kind of weird. Why not have a swivel over there? That's, yeah, I don't know what happened. Then the leg moves forward. Actually, let me try the other one. It's a little bit more nimble. Leg moves forward, leg moves out to the side, does go to the back, and you also have the ball joint on there, so you can rotate it around. And you can also swivel it on here. I think the swivel is kind of hidden under the pants, because the pants is soft plastic, so it's just kind of draped over it, but yeah. Very nice in the leg department, double hinged knees, goes up like that, and the foot is on another ball hinge, well actually not a ball hinge, just a hinge. Does move back and forth, not really that much, but it's alright I guess. And you have a pivot, which again, I don't know, it's just on the pack, but I wouldn't push it too far, because I'm fearing that the pack will just break off. Accessories, and I actually just had to look up real quick which one is which. Again, for the punk frogs, I actually like, you got the yellow one, which is Napoleon, and the other one which is Attila. So let's just keep that in mind as I go through this. You got the whip, which is for Napoleon, the one in the yellow, and then you got this, actually by the way, let me show you also the whip before I just kind of go over it way too quickly. You have a wire in there. This time it doesn't pop out, so it does look good. A little bit of cartoon accuracy, and you have the Morning Star for Attila, which I like. This is like is this real chain? I think it's real chain. It's at least it's a very sturdy material to the point where I think it's an actual chain and not just some floppy plastic, which is very much appreciated. So it flips around very nicely, and it's also fairly heavy and spiky, so be aware of that. Keep away from small children. You have this kind of photo book, which I honestly don't know the relevancy of it. It just has nothing on there, but it's pictures of the figures, which I think it's funny. So then you have faces. Basically, the two faces you already have on the figure completely swapped in the color, so you can have one for Napoleon and the other one for Attila. Napoleon with the angry face and the smiling face. You know, we already have them on the figures, just this is the exact swapped version of the faces. You got two cartoon money bags, and I say like cartoon money bags because this is the classic, just like money, the dollar sign on it. Yeah, classic stuff. And then we have the frogs, the original form of the frogs, which are very nicely molded actually. They look funny, and they're also thick. Look at these butts, look at these butts, look at these frog butts. I don't know, I'm just like, what happened? What happened when they're mutated? Look at the thickness, I don't know. I can't get over that. It's thickness time. Then you got these hands. Napoleon got like the Shaka Bra surfer hands and the fist hands. Well, both of them have fist hands. But for Attila, you have thumbs up instead of the Shaka Bra. And then also just like holding hands, which I think these are for the money bags, so he doesn't have fist hands, which is weird. Final thoughts for Napoleon and Attila, and I don't really have anything bad to say. Yeah, it's Neca, it's the classic articulation. There's nothing really new or mind-blowingly about it, but it does deliver on the cartoon experience. The paint job does a great job for it, the articulation works well, and the accessories are also fun. You have thick frog bodies, which is just like bow chicka wow wow. I love this. I don't know, but I don't have any complaints really, other than maybe some small slips in the paint here and there, but they come with everything you need, and I love it. So I do recommend them, and it's gonna do it, guys. As usual, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, hit it up with a like and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure reviews, card game stuff, and whatever the punk frogs want.